Well, as you say, the name Salman Abedi has actually been circulating for some time, but at the request of the police, we haven't rushed to name him because the police felt they did want to also tie up some lines of their investigation before the name was publicly out there. We can tell you that Salman Abedi was born in Manchester on New Year's Eve in 1994. He seems to have at least three brothers and sisters, an elder brother born in London and a younger brother and sister born in Manchester. The family are believed to be Libyans originally. Neighbours talked about them having Libyan flags flying in their house at certain times of year. And they lived at more than one address in Manchester. So he was born here, they've lived at more than one address here in Manchester, so they knew the city very, very well, but the police believe that he was the man that took an improvised explosive device into the foyer of the Manchester Arena last night as a concert was ending and killed 22 other people as well as himself, including an 8-year-old girl and several other teenagers.
And Daniel, then what are the implications of that fact that, as you say, the suspected suicide bomber here was born in the United Kingdom, born in Manchester?
Well, in some ways we've become used to that. It's not the first time that we've had British suicide bombers, and it's not the first time we've had British suicide bombers who've chosen to target the UK. So there aren't major implications. I think the Libyan connection is interesting because, of course, there was a strong involvement of British jihadis from Manchester in Libya at the time that Colonel Gaddafi was deposed from power in Libya. So I think that is quite interesting. But I think critically at the moment, what the police still really need to do is to try and work out where that improvised explosive device was made, and by doing that, finding out who made it, and that will tell them whether Salman Abedi was a man who sat alone, built a device and took it to that concert last night, or was working as part of a wider conspiracy, a wider group of people who are plotting this devastating attack against young people on a night out in Manchester.